At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana. News is also brought to you by Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer. When you need the best dermatology care in Pahrump, call Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer, 775-727-9800. News is also brought to you by Barry Levinson and Associates, Pahrump's Bankruptcy Center. When it comes to important matters like bankruptcy, call an experienced, compassionate attorney. Call the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. Call 775-727-4747.
Tonight on News 46, a ribbon cutting for a business has relocated. Louis DeCanio responds to Sheriff DeMeo and learn how to become a Master Gardner. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell and news across Nevada with Janet Eric. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening, it's Thursday, October 6, 2011. I'm Rick Vale for News 46. Topping our news tonight, All Valley Home Care has relocated to an office on Calvada. The Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce held their ribbon cutting this morning.
All right, thank you all for coming out today. We're here with a brand new chamber member. We have Jim, Diane, and Kimberly with All Valley Home Care and Tobin Hearing Center here on Calvada. And we're pleasure to have you guys as a new member of ours. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And at this time, if you'll cut the ribbon.
Okay.
Yay!
At a ribbon cutting, which was held by the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce for All Valley Home and Healthcare. We're going to speak to Kimberly, Jim, and Diane.
Actually, we've been here since 2005, and we have been a chamber member since then. We just had a relocation in July, so we just wanted to let everybody know that we're here, and we moved to a new location, and we're more central located, and come in and see us.
How do you like the new location?
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, really great location. I think most people know where it's at, and it's climatized, so that's nice as well.
And what services do we have to offer here at All Valley Home and Healthcare?
Well, we have a PCA program. It's a non-skilled that we send our caregivers in there, and they do the bathing, dressing. They help them get bathed, dressed, and light housekeeping. Just keep them going in the home, so instead of having to be in the hospitals, it just keeps them in the home.
It's real important to keep patients in their home where they're familiar with and where they're comfortable. And this is a service that is so much needed in our community.
Yes, it is. And I mean, we're also a referral and resource center too. So I mean, if we can't help you, we'll find someone that can. And we have all types of state programs and programs that are free also too, and respite programs, and we're Alzheimer's, specialize in Alzheimer's and dementia as well.
Do you know how many we have in the staff here?
We have about 35 caregivers right now.
How can people find out about getting these services and more about the services that you offer?
Our phone number is 775-751-8883. And then also we have a website, which is allvalleyhomecare.com.
So what do you do with hearing here?
Well, what we do is we test we test hearing. We fit hearing aids, batteries, accessories, and anything to do with hearing loss.
We aired an interview with Nye County Sheriff Tony DeMeo regarding a recent lawsuit that was dismissed against the Nye County Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department was being sued over an arrest and defamation of character by plaintiff Louis DeCanio. Mr. DeCanio responds to the Sheriff's recent comments.
I ran for Justice of the Peace here in Pahrump in 2006 and 2008.
There you go. And you were arrested, when was that?
I was arrested January 10th, 2009 here in Pahrump at my home. I was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon, whereas I was the person who called the Sheriff's Department due to off-road vehicles on public roadways in front of my home and stuff. And basically, I followed all the instructions of the deputy who came out, and he had me go to the person's home and identify the person that lives in my subdivision, and I did that. And while I was waiting for the deputy to fill out the citation, he told me to wait in my vehicle because they called me over to the house to identify the people. Yeah. And he told me, he said, wait here in your vehicle, Mr. DeCanio, which I did. I followed all his instructions. He went back to his patrol car. While he's filling out the citations, one of the individuals approached my vehicle. And I told him, stay away from my vehicle. He's approaching me. And he kept coming towards me, threatening me, and I'm screaming out to the deputy, hey, deputy, get this guy away from me. He's got no business threatening me like this. The deputy gets out of his vehicle, starts walking back with the citation. And I told the deputy, Mr. Brady here was threatening me. He says, well, I heard you calling out to me, but I couldn't see or hear what was going on. I says, okay, then I'll let it go then.
Who was the deputy?
The deputy was Deputy Cannon, Mark Cannon, from the Nye County Sheriff's Department.
And I know that ATVs and motorcycles, off-road vehicles in neighborhoods are a common complaint because of the dust and the noise, and they do get quite a few phone calls on those to quiet it down. They wanted you to identify the person because you wanted to follow through with the citation.
Yes, that's correct. As a matter of fact, this wasn't the first time. I have probably between 50 to 60 calls to the Sheriff's Department. I've sat in the Sheriff's Department and spoke to Sheriff DeMeo directly. I've spoken to Captain Beck about this problems and stuff, and they just ignored it. But on several occasions, I actually had people issued a citation from this resident. So these people were very upset with me. And this particular day, I was having a relative of theirs issued a citation. So it was obvious that these people were very upset. Well, after the deputy sent me back home to fill out what they call the incident report about what I saw, I go back home. The deputy comes back to my home, and he asked me, he says, now he knows me because the deputy had been out there 6 to 8 times prior. And he asked me, he says, Mr. DeCanio, do you have any weapons? I said, well, sure. I says, I got a concealed carry card. He says, can I see it? I said, well, sure. So I showed it to him, and he called in the number. He said, the card is fine. He said, do you have any weapons? I said, well, not on me, but I've got one in my vehicle. So he said, can I see it? I said, sure, no problem. I go into my vehicle. I come out with a little 5-shot 38 stainless steel revolver. And as I hand it to the deputy, I said, deputy, be careful. This is a loaded weapon. He says, okay. He calls the number, and he said, the gun is fine. He hands a loaded weapon back to me. I put it back in my vehicle. Now, that right there tells you that he's in no fear of his life or nobody's in any danger. He's allowing me to have a loaded weapon in my hand, and he hands it back to me. A little while later, he asked me if I pointed a weapon at anybody at the other residence. I said, absolutely not. I said, you were right there. I said, if I'd have pointed a weapon at somebody, they'd have been running up to you telling you what I did. I says, nobody said nothing. Nobody was screaming or ducking or anything. I know if somebody was pointing a weapon, I'd be ducking and running. And actually, as it turns out, even the police report says that these people never said a word to the deputy until after I left. They didn't say it while I was there. Now, why wouldn't they say, the deputy was right at my vehicle and I'm signing this complaint? He's 2 feet away from me. Why wouldn't they tell him there? They waited till after I left. Well, anyway, the deputy arrested me at my home without a warrant. That's a violation of my Fourth Amendment rights to be safe and secure in my home. Now, the fact that these people signed witness statements, that should have started an investigation, not a warrantless arrest. Now, what Sheriff DeMeo said, number one, Sheriff DeMeo said several things. He said, I have no right to demand a trial by jury. Only the defense can demand a trial by jury. Well, he's 100% wrong. Nevada Rules of Civil Procedure number 38 clearly states that either party can demand a trial by jury.
And make sure to tune in tomorrow for more with Mr. DeCanio. And Apple Inc. co-founder Steve Jobs died yesterday. He was 56 years old. Apple and the family of Steve Jobs are not saying what caused the death of the company's founder. However, medical experts not involved in his care say that the liver transplant he had 2 years ago was probably a sign that his cancer had returned. Jobs declared he was cured in 2004 after surgery for a rare type of pancreatic cancer that grows slower than most and is more treatable than common types. Yet this type of cancer often returns or spreads, usually, to the liver. Jobs has been on medical leave since early this year for medical problems he wouldn't discuss in detail. He resigned as Apple's CEO in August. And Nevada Supreme Court Justice Michael Cherry has been chosen as the 2011 recipient of the Champion of Indigent Defense Award by the Washington, D.C.-based National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. It is the first time since the award was initially presented in 2002 that a judge has received this honor. And Secretary of State Ross Miller has asked the Nevada Supreme Court to enter the legal battle over redistricting, arguing that the Carson City judge in charge of the lawsuit over how the state should redraw its political boundaries has impermissibly abdicated his duty to decide legal issues critical to the case. In an emergency writ filed with the Supreme Court, Miller accused Carson District Judge James Todd Russell of failing to resolve many of the critical legal issues that will directly impact how the maps must be drawn. And folks, coming up, the University of Nevada has a Master Gardner's program, and we interview Pahrump residents and former X Factor contestants Dan and Vanita Biggis about their experience on the show. We'll have all this and more right after the break, so please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates. Their healthcare center is now open in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine.
Welcome back to News 46. The University of Nevada Cooperative Extension on the corner of Dandelion and Calvada has many programs under one roof. We find out about the Master Gardners.
The Master Gardner program is out of the University of Nevada, and we offer people Master Gardner classes, which we have another one coming up in March, in which you learn about gardening in the desert. And we also have food preservation classes and a variety of other classes, including
well, we do other programming.
Other programs.
Well, yeah, we have the farmers market every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11. We have, actually the Audubon Society is kind of joining forces with us, and we're offering meetings at the extension office the fourth Monday of every month from 6 to 8 p.m. Well, the Audubon, we just had our first meeting just last Monday. And the Master Gardeners, we're actually going to have an owl habitat in our demonstration garden for everyone to see.
Wow, amazing. We also have the Junior Master Gardeners program as part of the 4-H, or is it part of the Cooperative Extension?
Well, both programs, Master Gardeners and 4-H, are under the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension. And the Junior Master Gardeners is a 4-H program.
Wow, wonderful. And this is so important because of what you were talking about just a second ago about in the desert, gardening in the desert. It's something that you need to learn, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, because I'm from Southern California, and then previously I lived on Guam, and of course Guam, you just throw anything out there and you have a jungle. And so when I took the Master Gardener program, I got to learn a lot about what makes sense and what is drought tolerant and what will take the minimum amount of water, and still you can have a beautiful garden doing a totally different type of landscaping.
So much fun. How can they find out more about it?
Well, come to the Cooperative Extension office on the corner of Calvada and Dandelion. We're open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
And for more information, where can they call?
And call local 775-727-5532.
Well, they appeared on the first episode of The X Factor, competing for a $5 million recording contract. The judges, unfortunately, did not let them go on to the next round, even though they sang Judge Simon Cowell's favorite song. We spoke to Dan and Vanita Biggis from Pahrump about their experience on Fox's newest show.
Well, you may have seen a couple months ago, we interviewed Dan and Vanita Biggis back in March, right before they went to their audition in LA for this TV show, The X Factor. We're going to talk to them and see a little bit about their experience. Their episode aired a couple weeks ago. You may have seen it. They sang Unchained Melody for the judges. And right now we're going to talk to them about their experience on the show and what their plans are for the future.
We were very fortunate that we made all the auditions that we went and did. We did actually the duets were later on, but the solo, we each sang solos, and all 3 auditions, they said, you made it. No, there was no no's.
So there was actually more auditions than what we got to see on TV then, right?
Absolutely. And then they called us back actually within a week, we got called back to go in front of Simon and the judges.
Hey, God bless each one out there. We're doing this for America and you judges. We're so proud to be here. Dan?
Yes, we are.
She's 83 years young.
Wow.
And you, how old are you?
70 and young.
Are you a couple? Are you married?
We're married.
You are.
In 5 years' time, what would you do with the $5 million if you won?
Well,
we will be in our travel home.
In our motor home.
And
we want to
we're
travel.
going to play all the places that has the most beautiful senior centers. And
so what did you think about the whole experience in general? Was it a good time?
It was the most wonderful time of standing in line for hours and hours in the rain and the damp. I was in the water, you know, and everybody, there was thousands of people in line. But we were very excited, very excited.
An ice skater before, a professional ice skater, correct?
Yes, I skated in my graduation days and picked it up in Central Park and then went on to South America with the first American ice show.
Wow, quite some accomplishments there. So you guys have been married for how long?
Well, actually 3 years. Our anniversary is September 5th. Of this year, yes, and we went to Oahu for our honeymoon, but we had half the town of Pahrump was at our wedding, and we were just so excited, excited. Yes.
It's very exciting. So how long have you been singing together?
Oh man, about I'd say 7. Well, we've been together 8 years, so we've been singing a good 6 years.
Yes.
Summertime and the living easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
This is Zach Fuentes for News 46.
And folks, a Christmas concert production is underway, and they are looking for anyone who would like to join in the fun.
Yes, it's well, actually, we previously had a Christmas musical play. Because of time issues, we're going to be doing a Christmas musical concert. Just singing. That will be held on December 13th and 14th, which is Tuesday and Wednesday. But we're trying to change that to the weekend before. We're taking in kids from ages 8 to 18. I have quite a few signed up already, and so I'm taking in again some 7-year-olds. I've had adults call me that wanted to sing, and depending on how many kids I have, I might have adults also. But it's open up for kids, and basically the reason for the age 8 to 18 is so they can read the words to the music.
Wonderful. This is going to be so much fun. Where's it going to be held at?
The concert is going to be held at the Pahrump Nugget Convention Center, and it'll be entitled Christmas Musical in the Valley.
So what types of music? I mean, I know, have you looked at the score yet? Have you decided on the songs as of yet?
Yes, we have selected some songs, and we're still selecting. And it's going to be a wide range from songs from Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. We'll probably have a few Taylor Swift and Mariah Carey. And it's a variety, and you're going to have kids' songs. Some kids will probably be singing some Alvin and the Chipmunks songs, so it's going to be fun for the whole family.
This is going to be a great event to even attend, even if you don't want to participate as far as singing.
Exactly, yeah, you don't want to miss this. It's the kids from Pahrump putting this on. We start rehearsals the second week of October, and it'll be Monday, and go from there. It's exciting. It's going to be exciting. The kids are excited, and we'll also be performing December 3rd at the Christmas tree lighting ceremony at the Saddle West.
Wonderful. And so people want to participate, kids want to participate in this, who should they call?
They can call me directly at 775-513-6569.
Do you need any previous singing experience?
None at all. We're going to sing as a group, mostly as a choir. There will be solos, there will be duets, or quartets, depending on what the kids can do.
And any accompaniment?
Well, right now, I will need a DJ to play CDs. Hint, hint. And there will be. I have a pianist that Brenda McGruger. She'll be playing the piano also.
Wonderful. And there you go. And of course, I'll DJ.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, Alice and Ozzy's Nightmare began on Fremont Street in Las Vegas this week. Scott and Keith tell us all about it.
On Fremont Street, First Street stage, starting this Monday, we'll be playing 6 nights a week through Wednesday through Monday.
Is it covers?
It's an Alice Cooper and Ozzy tribute, so it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday night. Dark on Tuesdays. Right, you're right. But it's all the hits of the Alice Cooper show and all the hits of the Ozzy show with decapitations and the electric chair. We've got the guillotines and the whole nine, all the dancers and exploding stuff and mayhem and chaos.
So you have a lot of performers on stage for this.
We do. We have all the backup dancers doing their whole thing. We have the different actors playing the different roles where they arrest Alice Cooper and he meets an end. He meets an end.
What's the production like for this?
Wow, electric chairs, like we said earlier, electric chairs, straitjackets, guillotines. Actually, somebody last year saw his head get chopped off, called the cops. Someone's head's getting chopped off. So I guess I guess the mission was accomplished.
But how long did you guys practice just to get this show together?
I've played with on and off with these guys for a couple of years, but we started in earnest with these rehearsals about 4 weeks ago. So we actually have separate rehearsals for the band and separate rehearsals for the dancers and the actors. So it all comes together. And
this is going to be fabulous. So Fremont Street, people can just go down there and see you what time?
On the weekends, it is 7 to 11, and on the weeknights, I think it's 8 to midnight.
Well, Nevada iPhone users now have DMV information at their fingertips with a new iPhone and iPad app called DMV Mobile. Motorists planning a trip to the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles can look up wait times at 6 metropolitan offices, get maps to all of the offices and kiosks, look up personalized plates, and even schedule a driving test. And according to what I hear, this weather is only temporary. At least that's my understanding of it. But we're going to make sure, we're going to check with Zach Fuentes, who's going to have a look at your 7-day forecast coming up right after the break.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump, local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Welcome back to News 46. I'm Zach Fuentes here with your weather. As you can see, someone sent us in a picture. Tanya Brum actually sent us this picture of this beautiful rainbow that we had yesterday. I saw it right after I left the news last night, and it was a very beautiful one. I hope everybody caught it, but if you didn't, we have Tanya Brum to thank for getting this picture, so thank you so much. But today we did have some variable clouds with some showers in certain parts of the valley. We're looking at a high of 66 degrees, which was a pretty chilly day out, but it was nice. Winds coming out of the southwest at 9 miles per hour, and our gusts at up to 21 miles per hour. Our pressure is holding steady at 29.81, and our UV index was at 3, moderate, humidity at 39%, and our sunrise was at 6:43 a.m. Today's record was back in 1980 at 99 degrees. Tonight we're looking at partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of some rain. We'll see if that happens. A low of 51 degrees. Winds to come out of the north at 4 miles per hour, and our gusts at up to 8 miles per hour. The humidity at 55%, pretty high there for us, and our sunset's looking to be at 6:22 p.m. The record for tonight was 43 degrees back in 1969. Tomorrow we're looking at partly sunny skies, a high of 71 degrees and a low of 55 degrees. Our winds coming out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour, and our gusts at up to 8 miles per hour. It won't be too windy, it looks like. Our UV index is going to go back up to our usual status there at 7, which is high, and our sunrise is looking to be at 6:44 a.m. The humidity is looking to be at 32%. In our 7-day forecast Friday, we're looking at some clouds, like I said, but Saturday through Thursday, the rest of the 7-day forecast, it's looking like it's going to be sunny, and our temperatures are going to warm up a little bit there, but not too badly. We're going to be in the 80s, possibly maybe the 90s as we go up through the week. Thursday, you can see, is 89, so we're on the border right there. Our overnight lows are ranging from the 50s to the 60s, so it should be some pretty cool nights. And today's worst weather was in Sawtooth Ridge, Colorado, where it was rainy and cold. Back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Zach. Folks, we would like to take a moment to wish one of our own a very happy birthday to Jeff Keating. And folks, the Pahrump Valley High School Trojans football team will be hosting Bishop Gorman tonight at 7 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Desert View Hospital and Valley Electric Association are holding a golf tournament and luncheon. They invite you to assist our community by helping them support the Food for Thought program. The tournament begins this Saturday, October 8th, and begins at 8 a.m. at Mountain Falls Golf Course. For more information and tickets, call 727-5312. On Saturday, October 22nd, the Rotary Club is holding a $10,000 cash giveaway. Only 300 tickets will be sold, and each ticket includes admittance for 2 people with heavy appetizers, 1 drink each, and 1 ticket entered into the drawing bin. Hurry, because these tickets sell out every year, and for more information you can call 702-628-7593 or 727-9400 extension 203 and ask for Vern. And I think, folks, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I am Rick Vale, and from everyone up here on the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.